I moved. I manifested a beautiful new house for my kids and I. So it's been so crazy. Hey y'all, I'm back. I am back. I know it's been a while, but a lot has happened, and I am excited to update you all and to be your consistent friend. And I promise, as you can see, I am in a new space, which is what I talked about in the last video. So I moved. I manifested a beautiful new house for my kids and I. So it's been so crazy. So I was all of a sudden house hunting, found something quick, got into a little bidding war, and it's so easy to get into a bidding war, especially not thinking about where like all this extra money and stuff is coming from. It was crazy, but so I won, of course, and it was just like everything was moving fast after that. We, I just the house is in Connecticut, so I moved back from Rhode Island to Connecticut, and it's just been crazy. It's been extremely difficult for my ex and I, who couldn't come right away. So that was very heartbreaking. And so it's just, I've been here trying to get things together in the house, get the kids settled. Now they have their own spaces. I've been getting my office together. That's probably like the only room so far. I've been here since. So we were supposed to close before Christmas, and we didn't end up closing until like mid-January, and then I moved toward the end of January. So here we are in March, and so far I got pretty much my office space together. The kids have their rooms pretty much together now. We have to accessorize. Some of my stuff I still don't have. It's in Rhode Island that I need to get, including a treadmill that I accidentally had delivered there. So I gotta get that. Yeah, I don't know. I just be doing stuff. My parents have been such a big help. Like, they're coming over like all the time, bringing food and snacks, and like, oh, I got this for that. Oh, this light is not energy efficient. My dad's like, I'm gonna take this one out. We're gonna put this up and do this and that. And I'm like, all right, cool. They brought over like a new light fixture, for which it was already new in the kitchen, but they brought like this cool, like, updated modern fan. And my dad put that in last night. They brought over a washer and dryer. My dad is 70 something years old, and you should have seen him, my son, and my brother bringing that thing up the stairs. We have 3 floors. Luckily, the laundry room is on the 2nd floor, but I came home and they were all strapped up. I'm like, are y'all going like skydiving? Like, to bring, that's what you do? Okay. Yeah, so they brought it upstairs, the washer and the dryer. I was scared somebody was going to get hurt. It was crazy. So that was exciting. I don't know. It's just been really crazy. I had to get my mic, y'all. Sorry. So we got the washer and dryer upstairs. Beautiful. And I'm recording this video for the 2nd time because the first time had no sound, y'all. I was dropping gems. Anyways, so got the washer and dryer up. My parents have so much more to give me. Like, so I've been like kind of waiting on like the really big stuff, because they have like a whole like living room set that I'm going to put in like another sitting area, because I have my my living room all set. And they were like, oh, we have a deep freezer for the basement. They got a new chandelier for my dining room. And I have stuff that I need to get in Providence still. including a treadmill, because clearly I just be doing shit and accidentally had it sent to Rhode Island instead of Connecticut. Yeah, so annoying. So I'll be getting that soon, because I'm doing like a little workout area downstairs. But I'm gonna have you guys, follow along, see how I'm doing with little like house stuff. TJ Maxx loves me, so some little hauls, just what I've been doing for different rooms and things like that as I go along, and how I've been taking care of myself, because mentally it's been so difficult. I've been sad, lonely, and stressed out. Like, everything is going on. So it's like, how do I take care of myself and regulate my emotions? Because sometimes when you're in those deep, almost depressive moments, because there's like stuff going on from here and there. Now you got the house, you got the kids, family, friends, relationship stuff, and it's like all coming at you, but you have to keep going. As a mother, you have to keep going. I have 3 kids, so nothing stops. And sometimes I just want to lay in bed. Sometimes I just want to get in bed, get cozy, get some snacks, some Swedish fish or something, rub my feet together, and just giggle my ass off at some crime stories. I know that's a little weird, but I like crime shows. That's what I watch. I'm all law and crime, and sometimes they be funny. I mean, like, I don't know. Some people may not think that might not be your cup of tea, but it's mine. So that's what I would like to do sometimes. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I do have a day where I do that. But I don't want to let temporary feelings, because these feelings will go away. I give myself a certain amount of time to feel certain things. I name them, I feel them, and then I move on. Because what happens if we just feel our feelings and stay in them? Like, does that help? Does that get us out of it? No. Now we're behind on work, business stuff. Like, I have my podcast, I have stuff with the kids, stuff with the house, like everything, like all that stuff is going to continue. So why stay stuck in that, right? So I just really hope that this will help somebody, because we all go through it. And just because you're still continuing on with your life while you're feeling these feelings, it doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean that you don't have those feelings. It just means that you can't let it like stop you, like give you a handicap, for lack of a better term, because you're gonna get past it. It's gonna change. Things are gonna change, and things are going to continue on, unfortunately. So if you're choosing to stay in these feelings, you're letting go of everything else. So I am going to make a podcast on the Black Girl Infinite Allure podcast, which is on all platforms. So I'm working on an episode now about regulating your emotions during especially stressful times. And I want to talk more about that. So if you have any ideas or thoughts, tips on anything regarding this, or any other things that you want me to talk about and discuss or show y'all, let me know, okay? Because we are here, and I want to be one of the most consistent people in your life. So let me know. Jae Ebony's here. But one thing I do want to talk about is, so a couple weeks after moving in, we had like, my kid was on the 3rd floor, and he's like, Mom, I hear something scratching on the walls. And I'm like, what? And I go up there, and I'm like, I don't hear anything. So later that night, he's like, oh, I can hear it again. And I go up there, and you can hear something like, it sounded crazy. He was just up there scratching, being loud, disrespectful. So I was like, all right, I'll call somebody. And like the next day, he was like, yo, a mouse just ran down the hallway. I'm like, oh no. And then my other son came out his room one night, and he was like, I just seen the mouse, and it went under a heater. He's like, it was big. It could be a rat. I don't know. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I did call somebody, but and I blocked off like one of the doors, because there's like, on the 3rd level, there's like crawl spaces, but they're closed off by like doors. So they're like little hallways behind like the walls or whatever. So I close it off, and then one night I'm in my room about to go to sleep, and now this little motherfucker want to come out, and you could hear him running around like the nails, I turned on that camera in the hallway on the second floor, and I thought I seen him come down the steps a little bit, and then he like went back up, and I was like, hey, I said, you need to bring that shit somewhere else. And then he took off, and he was quiet for like a day. And then one day I came down to use the bathroom on the second floor. My skincare was like in the drawer, like under, he must have got in the cabinet. And there was like a bottle that had, it was like an oil, like a vitamin C oil. He bit the fucking rubber thing off of that. Took it with him. I don't know where it was. And I was like, now you're being really disrespectful. He bit the corner off some conditioner. I had to throw it out and just disinfect. Like, you're messing with my skincare. Like, you're really disrespectful right now. That was crazy. And the day before the guy came, I heard him in the walls being loud, and I was banging on the wall. I was like, count your motherfucking days. And the next day, when the guy came, he sealed everything up, where he thought he might be coming through, and put some traps, and he was quiet after that. And I know why now, because his ass is dead, but in my wall somewhere. So he's dead, and I could smell it like in certain areas, and I'm like, oh. And I got the stuff to spray it. It should only last like a week or so, but it's just like, I didn't miss this part of being a homeowner before, but you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. Everyone's got their space, and yeah, just don't rush it. Just don't rush it. And I will talk about how I manifested this house, because it is definitely something that I did not know that I could get. You know, look, I knew I could get it, but I didn't like know, like, if that makes sense. Like, I knew I could get it, but I didn't know. But anyways, we're going to talk about that. So I really hope you enjoyed my little catch up, and I will be seeing y'all, I promise, very soon. Okay? Bye.